All right.
Yeah, for a couple of days in a row now that the president-elect, as you know, has really been sort of taking aim at President Obama on Twitter. Why? Why pick this fight?
Well, I don't think that it is the kind of thing that's going to continue very long, and I don't pay much attention to it. To me, you've always got personalities in politics, and of course you've got on the Obama administration side the distaste of having lost, the fear of the impact on the Obama legacy, and so there's some concern there. And you know, with Donald Trump, if you come after him, he's going to come back any way he possibly can. I'm more concerned not with this back and forth that we're seeing between those two gentlemen. I'm more concerned about the public policies that we're going to see coming to the forefront on January 20th when President-elect Donald Trump is inaugurated.
You're on House Armed Services. I'm sure you're aware that Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina said yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, that the president-elect is completely out of step with the upper chamber with regards to his position on Russia and the threat that it poses to this country. Is that the case with the lower chamber as well?
Well, I don't serve in the United States Senate, so I really can't address what Lindsey Graham may have said. On the House side, I don't want to focus just on Russia. I think it's important to focus on China, Russia, India, Iran, North Korea, everywhere that you've got professional hackers who do their utmost to try to undermine the security of our internet communications here in the United States of America. It might be the theft of technology that the Chinese are well renowned for having done. It might be your normal run-of-the-mill criminal who taps into Target or banks and try to make a run on credit cards or other assets, or it might be trying to penetrate our national security and developing better weapon systems by copying what American taxpayers have paid for here in America. I believe we ought to use not just a targeted approach, but a broad brush approach with respect to any country that fosters internet hacking, that causes damage to American citizens or to our country or our infrastructure.
To be clear, though, do you agree with the assessment of 16, 17 intelligence agencies who've provided evidence and information to lawmakers that Russia has indeed been involved in hacking in this country, extensive hacking?
Well, I don't think there's any question but that Russia, China, India, you can name a bunch of countries that have individuals in those countries that are involved in hacking. For that matter, you have people in America that are involved in hacking. So it's a big problem.
But
and I would very much appreciate it if this administration be much more aggressive than the Obama administration has been in trying to protect the privacy that we normally associate with the internet.
To be clear, though, Congressman, you're not in any way, shape, or form trying to downplay the involvement of Russia either as a government or individuals acting with the government's approval. You're not trying to downplay their involvement in our elections.
What I'm trying to do is upplay it and make sure the public understands that there are a lot of bad individuals and bad countries out there that are taking advantage of a relatively weak protection system that we have on the internet. You know, there's an old saying that there are two types of people that use the internet. One is the person who knows he's been hacked, and two is the person who does not know he's been hacked. And so we need to be mindful that what we think is private on the internet obviously is not so. And I think what we saw with Hillary Clinton and the publicity surrounding all of that is a pretty good awakening. At least I hope it'll be awakening for all Americans.
Really quickly here, John Kerry's speech next hour at the State Department. How do you see our relationship with Israel changing under President Trump?
Oh, it's going to definitely improve the America-Israeli relationship under President Trump, keeping in mind that we also have a Republican House and a Republican Senate. I believe that you've got strong majorities in both the House and the Senate that are pro-Israel, and now you've got a White House that appears to be, come January 20th, pro-Israel. Again, I'm going to have a caveat. It's one thing to have campaign speeches. It's another thing to have a transition effort. It's another thing to actually be in office when your policies have meaning, as opposed to right now, there are